Hey guys, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 7. It's Monday, and I am about to leave Wawa to head to the gym. I realized when I got to work this morning, actually a couple hours after I got to work, that I forgot my water bottle at home, so I ran to Wawa real quick on the way and grabbed a bottle of Core, and now I'm about to head to the gym to probably do some arms and abs. I'm not really sure what the plan is right now. Before I left work, I made sure to make some pre-workout, which this is the Alani Nu Breezeberry. I just poured it in some water, and it did have ice in it. That's why it looks more than it is, because I put ice in it and the ice melted. I made it like an hour and a half ago. So anyway, I'm going to head to the gym, and I will see you guys there. So excuse the trash lighting, but it's a few hours later and I just got to Publix, went home after the gym, just kind of relaxed a little bit, and now we're at Publix because there are some things that we wanted to get at Walmart last night and they didn't have it. So let's see if I can find it at Publix. Alright, I'm literally about to go to bed, but I figured I would share with you guys really quick a few books that I want to hopefully read in 2022. I don't do a whole ton of reading videos because honestly, I just haven't done a lot of reading in the last couple of years. I really haven't had a good solid reading year probably since like 2018, 2019. The last 2 years, obviously, with everything going on, I really haven't had the mental capacity to read very much. So I figured I would share how far behind I am in books because if you haven't noticed or looked at my Bookstagram, I am pretty far behind in books in general. So the way I want to lay this out is I want to do 2 series I want to start, 2 standalone novels I want to read, and then 2 kind of sequels, although the 2 aren't really sequels, are kind of like companions that I want to read. So the first series I want to start is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I have heard so much, like so much about it, either on BookTube, BookTok, Bookstagram, just all over the book internet. Everyone rants and raves. Either they absolutely love it, they absolutely hate it. I would love to put my 2 cents in there, so I really want to read Throne of Glass because I want to, and also I love fantasy novels. Like, fantasy is one of my favorite genres, so I figured I would jump on this train because it's about time. I'm just a couple years late, you know. I think the whole series is out by now. I just have to look to see when to read Assassin's Blade because I don't know if it's before this or after or where it falls into place, because I like to read things in the what I call reading order. It's not quite chronological and it's not like release order, it's just kind of in the middle. The other series I want to start, I'm only a couple years behind on. I do have the first and the third book. I don't have the second. I have to find it for hardcover because the other 2 I bought are hardcovers, and that is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I've heard so much about this as well. A lot of people say it's really good, and it sounds very intriguing by the synopsis. I think it's about like a carnival and 2 sisters. I think one goes missing. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Also, this cover is so shiny. Look how pretty that is. I just love books with pretty covers. This next one, I literally made my last Barnes & Noble order for just for this book because I didn't feel like driving all the way to Orlando to Barnes & Noble, because that is the closest one to me, and that is Better Together by Christine Riccio. I love her YouTube channel. She's been on BookTube for quite a while. Her channel is Poland Bananas Books. I'll have it linked in the description box for you guys. And a couple years ago, I think it was 2019, she wrote a book called Again But Better, and I adored that book. It was so good. I binge read it before BookNet Fest, before she posted on Instagram that she wasn't going to be able to make it to BookNet Fest, and I was really sad. But her book was phenomenal debut novel. If you love young adult contemporaries, you will love that book. So I really can't wait to get into this one. This one I think is about two sisters, and I got the Barnes & Noble edition, which actually has a bonus chapter and also what I call a double cover, because it has the back and the front. So I'm very excited to read this one. And the other standalone that I want to read in 2022 is also a contemporary, and that is Fresh by Margot Wood. I've been following Margot since she worked for BuzzFeed a few years ago, and I love her book nerd problem videos. Like, every one she was in, I would literally binge watch Margot Wood. She's so funny. I love following her on social media and just like all of her perspectives and everything. And when I saw that she wrote a book, I was like, I have to get my hands on this. And what's really nice is that hers does not have a dust jacket on it. So this is the actual cover, and it's textured too. Like, you can see, like, it's kind of matte, almost not quite like a leathery feel, but it's like kind of softer. And then you have the glossy letters, and I just love when books are textured like that. And also the fact that this doesn't have a dust jacket. How awesome. And if you know me and actually know the reference from my shirt, this is a total coincidence, not even planned. I just literally decided about 10 minutes ago to film this. So the next book is pretty obvious if you know that I'm a huge Hunger Games fan. I love the Hunger Games. I loved the books. The movies were phenomenal. I love Jennifer Lawrence. So this one was obvious, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is the prequel to the Hunger Games series, and also a Barnes & Noble YA book club pick. Oh, this is the book club edition. So this also has like special goodies and stuff in it. And I really can't wait to read this and gush about it with my fellow book nerds who are also obsessed with the Hunger Games. And also, I love the cover for this. Like, it sometimes, you know, when there's like a prequel or like some kind of companion, the cover doesn't always match the rest of the series, but this one does. This one fits right next to Mockingjay or right next to the Hunger Games, whichever side I want to put it on, and it goes perfectly with it. Like, matches the color scheme pretty well, and the font is the exact same, and I'm like, thank you for doing this. Thank you for matching the books. So the last one is kind of obvious. My favorite series of all time is Vampire Academy, and so I'm a huge vampire fan. I went through such a big vampire kick in high school. Read Twilight, read Vampire Academy, read House of Night, all of them. So the last book I'm going to talk about tonight is Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. And I was quite surprised when I heard this came out. I was not expecting her to write this, because I remember like way back when the movies were coming out that I think she said like she would never publish this because it was like illegally stolen or whatever. But I'm kind of glad she did, because I never read it online. So I really want to see what all the hubbub is about with it, and see kind of what Edward would do in these situations. And I also like that they used a pomegranate rather than an apple. I love that. But guys, I think since I last updated you, I really didn't do too much. I basically edited Vlogmas videos while catching up on Vlogmas. So anyway guys, I'm going to go to bed because I really should have been in bed like an hour ago, but instead I was either editing or looking up books. So if you enjoyed Vlogmas Day 6, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 7.